Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. For those that don't know me, my name is Alice Freedom. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. And today we're going to do the live market update. So we're going to have a look with some music on the background. We're going to have a look on the markets and see, what is going on. And we're going to have some fun. I hope so. I hope you do. So let's have a look and see. Let's have a look what we can do. Right. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna bring up the chart and then let's have a look on Bitcoin on the bigger screen. Let's have a look. Let's bring Bitcoin public. That's what everybody sees. Here we are. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Stefan. Kalimera. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to leave some time for some others to come and join us. I'm going to give some time. You're more than welcome to drop down into the chat, whatever you like. Okay. I'm going to do a live update, let's say the first half part, and then after that we can look into the tokens together, right? So Bitcoin on the 12 hours, this is the chart, this is what you see. I have the little agents underneath, which is the indicators to tell me what's going on. Right. Cool. So let's have a look on the weekly. Let's go to the high time frame. You know that I love that time, the high time frame. So here we go, Bitcoin pushing to the upside, right? Outside of the range. It dived yesterday in, but now it's on the top, on the other side. Okay, that's cool. Still below or the previous weekly open, but it's all right, which means it's under the Monday open. But have a look on the cross up that we have on the stochastic RSI, okay, on the weekly, which is a good sign. Okay, it's going to take some while, the reaction that we had yesterday, but if it's pushing up today further up, then that cross up may continue as normal. So go back to the 12 hours. I always love the 12 hours. Again, the 12 hours is trying to pick up a cross up and it's trying to move away from the oversold territory. Okay. Negative ASO dropping, that's a good sign. Normal RSI looking and heading to the upside. We'll see how far will it go, because you can see that we have a trend here. Will it break that trend? We need to look later in a couple of hours and see how that goes. So overall, after the yesterday dip and the, let's say, the discount opportunity that it gave out yesterday, very quickly recovered. Okay, psychologically we need to make sure that we stay above the 100k area. Okay, psychologically, so we need to make sure that we stay above that area. It went all the way down to 97, but it closed on 98 and then reopen and then reclaim quickly and stay outside of the range. So we need to pay attention to this range. Okay, let me clear this. So we need to pay attention to this range. Now we are above the range, so we reclaimed the top of the range. You can see that we had some rejections and then we're turning around. Now the question is, are we going to turn this into support? Okay, this is the question. This is what we'd like to see. If I'm going to stretch a little bit for us to see above the range. Here's a range. So we need to stay above 102. Psychologically has to stay above 100 anyway, but we need to stay above 102. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Satoshi. How you doing? Right. Crap Life, good morning. Ease, hi. Hello, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. So, Yeah, well, we're just talking about Bitcoin, and we need to make sure that Bitcoin stays above 102 and 450. Okay, 102 and 450. We have to stay above this level. Okay, as long as it stays here. I mean, we need to see. This is Asia driven. So if we look at the time, let's have a look on the time. What's the time now? So Asia, technically it's closed just now, 11 o'clock, okay? So this English live update is exactly on the close on the Asia. So we've got Tokyo down, we've got Shanghai down, we've got Hong Kong down, we've got Singapore down. So technically we switch from the Asia to EU. London is open, okay? Zurich is open, Frankfurt is open. So we're going towards the zone, which is going to be hours later, that we're going to have the combination of the European zone with the American zone. We've got a 2-hour window there that go together. So Asia closed. So speaking of which, I mean, let's have a look on the chart. So we had Asia dump, okay? So we had Asia dump, we had EU trying to maintain a level, and then we have America pushing up, and also Asia pushed up. I mean, that was around the opening of the America, dropped it down, and then after that, on the closing of the United States, they pushed the things all the way up, and then Asia continued. So Asia, they dropped it and then recovered. So it came back above the range. Now I'm expecting that European session will maintain above the range. Nothing much is going to happen. And then I believe that maybe, US will push once again for, to go back to 105 and 8. Right. Good morning, Carl. Good morning, Goldie. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. So yeah, this is what we want. We want to stay above 104.50, right? So we need Europe to behave, okay? And we would like to see US to go higher and try to hit 105.8. Now, this is what we would like to see. But before I go ahead, I need to bring the Cryptocraft calendar. It's exactly the same thing with Forex Factory, but Forex Factory is designed for Forex. The same company that they do the Forex Factory, they have Cryptocraft. So if we're going to have a look on Wednesday tomorrow, okay, at 9 p.m. my local time, where I am, we have the Feds speaking about the fund rates, okay? It's red. It's classified as red because it's very, it can influence the crypto space. Okay. Now the good news is that the previous percentage was 450, and the forecast stays again 450. Okay. So that means no changes. But we all know that as soon as he's gonna open his mouth on the front of that microphone, things are gonna start dancing left, right, center. So we need to be careful, okay, tomorrow. So we're going to have volatility, and then it's going to be followed by FOMC meeting and statements and stuff like that. So we need to be careful. Today, let's have a look. Today, the top 100 tokens. We've got Green Day, okay. Jupiter is here, 23%. Hype is here, 17%. XDC here is almost 18%, okay. So I'm using the green bubbles. Because it has a lovely list underneath, okay? And I can select to see who's performing on the last 24 hours and who's performing very well in the last 1 hour, okay? Onyx Coin, that's another one that is doing good today, okay? We got Ondo, XDC, OM, XLM, ENA, Hype. So you see these are going to start moving. Not double digits on the last hour, but on the daily we do have some few double digits, okay? So SUI is doing well, XRP is doing well, SPX 6900 is doing fine, Hyper is doing down, it's doing fine. I also love the button bubbles, not because we came from the Banter family, but because they have a nice selection that you can choose by ecosystems, okay, and by narratives. So if you would like to pay attention on to the AI agents, here you have it, okay? Some nice double digits going on there, okay? You have game 32, you got grift 36, more, which is Morphos, okay, 25%, got PAL. If you're interested to see the whole space of the AI, here you have it, okay? It's all combined, not only AI agents. If you're interested to see what's going on the ecosystem of Solana, there you have it, okay? So yeah, I mean, to have each narrative to be separated, or ecosystems, I love to have the button bubbles, okay? And also when you log in, you have the newsroom, you have all the news, you have all the gossip. You know, if mob is moving 45%, then you can open up and see what's going on and wait for the community chat to see, you know, what other people talking about. It's a good thing, okay? You need to make sure that you log in, okay? I'm logged in, so I'm good, I'm verified. So I'm waiting to see, you know, the community. Is anyone talking about Mobi, right? Or is anyone talking about Elon? You see the chart is going up and up the past one day. Go to the weekly and see, you know, what's going on in the weekly. Right, you see lots of stuff, nice stuff, okay? So I use both. Let's have a look. Fear and greed. Yesterday was 71, today it's 72. We need to remember that we need to use that in the opposite direction, right? So when it's going like greener, these numbers are going higher, we need to do the opposite, right? We need to be careful that when it's going to be extreme greed, this is the time that we need to make sure that we pack our bags, right? Take your profits, book them, okay? And when the needle is going to be on the other way around, the dial is going to be on the red and greed and everyone's panicking, this is the time that you want to grab positions, right? Remember, we do exactly the opposite. Is alt season yet? 47. We are right in the middle, not alt season yet. For us to be alt season, we need to be above 75%, okay? Still in the middle. Today, this graph is not working. It's supposed to give you the 50 top performance compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be somewhere in the middle, so that's why it's not alt season. Bitcoin has to be on the far right, and you have all these tokens to be ahead of Bitcoin, and then we're going to be in alt season. So far, it's like 50-50, okay? So it's not alt season yet, but we're hoping that we're moving towards that direction. And then for us to see this, you know, we can go to Bitcoin dominance. Okay, let's bring dominance, BTC.D. Let's bring that dominance up and let's have a look what's going on. Good morning, by the way, to everyone. Good morning. Right, so here we have, this is on the weekly time frame. This is Bitcoin dominance. Okay, now it's like a small disclaimer. We always need to remember that that chart, if it goes up, that doesn't mean that the price goes up. Okay, and if that chart goes down, that doesn't mean that the Bitcoin price is going down. Okay, it's just telling you the dominance. So technically, we have broken the trend. Okay, so we've broken the trend, comes down, trying to bounce, and fails to claim the trend. So far, so good. This is good news. Okay, so we are approaching the alt season era, so to say. So if I bring another trend line, this is what I would like to see. I would like to see a fail and then come back, okay, and then lose the 56%, which is my 50% of the range. Okay, so we like to lose that resistance, that support. We want to lose it and come down. Okay, then when we see dominance dropping, that means that the market is moving, but Bitcoin is not dominant, so therefore it's going to be the altcoins. And the further it goes down, the further we drive ourselves towards the alt season. Okay, so we're still early. We're still, you know, we are seeing early signs, so which is good. Okay, this is the horizontal, this is the diagonal for the people that they love diagonals. Okay, here are my diagonals. This is the gangster pitchfork, not fib. It's a pitchfork. It's giving you diagonals. And again, it's exactly the same concept. Okay, let me go to the 12 hours and you can see that we have the same concept as the gangster fib. You just need to make sure that you're claiming levels. Okay, the red line is always resistance. Okay, it failed to stay above the white, and now we are asking ourselves, is this green line going to hold as support? Right, we have that dive yesterday. It cleared the liquidity. It took some liquidity. Is above the green line. We would like to see that we stay above the green line, and then we're going to attack the white line. And then if we claim the white line, then we're going to target again the red line. And obviously we know that we're going to have a lot of resistance. Lots of people, once again, they're going to take profits. Okay, this chart is for those that they love diagonals. Okay, this one is for the people that they love the gangster fib and they go horizontal. Either way, I've got the solution for both of the parties, so to say. Okay, let's have a look a little bit on ETH and see, what ETH is doing, and also ETH Bitcoin as well. This is another chart, a nice chart that I follow for me to see if we going into the Ethereum season as well. Remember that they go into turns, right? First is Bitcoin's going to move, then Ethereum is going to move. But so far, when you see that chart dropping, okay, it's telling you that Bitcoin is overperforming Ethereum. Okay, doesn't mean that the prices are going down. They can both go up and down, but the chart is telling you who is dominant. It's going to be ETH dominant or Ethereum. Ethereum or Bitcoin. So far it's dropping. It means Ethereum is weak. Okay, and again you have this kind of, let's zoom in a little bit to see a little bit. This is a 12 hour, and this is like the question now: is it a time now that ETH is trying to reverse? It's like dropping. We have an uptrend increasing. Do we see a W? But we need to break the previous highs. Okay, we need to see Ethereum reclaiming and going higher. Okay, this is what we need to see. So possibly yes, but we're not going bananas yet because we're still in a downtrend. Okay, Ethereum has to break this and come up and claim levels. And when you get this kind of chart, then you understand that Ethereum is overperforming Bitcoin. Okay, so that is another sign that you're going towards the old season. So we need to pay attention and see what ETH Bitcoin chart is going to print in the next few hours, days. Okay, let's have a look on ETH. Zoom out a little bit. 12 hours, kind of in consolidation. Okay, kind of in a range. Okay, so if I do these in the bigger scale, right, this is your range, this is the bottom of the range. We need to go above the 50%, and the 50% is the 3,372. Okay, so currently on the gangster fib, we're bouncing off from the red line, which is the 3123. Is good, but we need to go above 3372. Okay, it has a hard time to stay above this area. So if ETH is time to move, right, we need a price to see claiming 3372, and that is where we're going to see the ETH Bitcoin turning as well, the other chart, and also alt season will follow. Okay, but this cycle, it's a little bit different. Okay, we know that we go bananas on meme coins, and we have the zoo meme coins. We have the dog, the cats, the goats, you name it, penguins, ducks. And now we move to celebrity meme coins, right? We all seen what happened with Trump and Melania and stuff like that. So it's going to be more like a celebrity meme coin now. It's another niche. Let me have a look here on the chat. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yep, Jube. We're going to have a look on Jube as well. I'm going to bring that up. Let's have a look a little bit in Solana. Here we are. So Solana, it dropped yesterday with the rest of the world. It didn't do any different from others. So here we are. So Solana dropped. When I was speaking the other day in Discord and said that, Solana was moving to the upside in the weekend, okay, we needed to see Solana claiming to 60, which it failed to do so, okay? So, yes, Saturday. Saturday was pushing up, Sunday, and I said, be careful Sunday night because always it wants to go back to Friday levels, and it went beyond Friday levels, okay? So Solana right now is still correcting, okay? It's trying to recover, but it has a lot of, road ahead of it. So far, what do you see? You see a high, a low high, or equal highs, low high, low high. You see all these lows got broken. Okay, so now we have a low low. So, Solana is still correcting. A lot of people said that, anything above 250 is overvalued, blah, blah, blah. No, it went all the way up to 300, okay? And it's coming down, it's doing a correction, and then it's going to push up, okay? And because of these meme coins releases left, right, center, we have a shift, okay? People are moving around, okay? Right, good morning, Laurie. Good morning. It must be early hours for you again. Early hours. So good morning. Thank you for being here. So, that is for Solana. Okay. Let's have a look. What else we can have a look on the internet. Meme coin super cycle. That's another chart that sometimes I watch, and we see that Doge is the one that's going further higher. Okay, then that goes by market cap, and you see that Doge is got almost 50 billion. Okay, number 2 we got SIP, number 3 we got Trump. Okay, and Trump is sitting on 5.8 billion. Imagine that Trump can go all the way up to 50s, right? Pepper is on the 3rd. It's been followed by Bonk. After that is Flocky and Weave, Dog with a Cat, and Bitcoin. You see the zoos. All the zoo meme coins. Okay, further down we got Giga, AI 16Z is here. You got Mog further down. You got Popcat further down. So all these meme coins, kind of stay behind compared to Doge, Flocky, and Trump. Pepper and Trump on the same area. Yesterday, all this dump that happened, a lot of people say is because due to DeepSeek, another meme coin. So let's have a look and see, what is happening. Of course, you can break these. Okay. Let me see if I got the settings here. So it goes all the way up, all the way, from the bottom to the top, and then we're gonna expand. I will have the gangster fib inside the decentralized. Here we are. I'm gonna make the lines. Let me try if I can make the lines a bit thicker. Can I? I think I can. Here we are. That's better. And let's go down to a smaller time frame. Let's go 30 minutes and let's see, what's going on. So see, you have the levels here. Okay. Let me correct that level here to make sure that is more closer to the reality. So here we have DeepSeek, okay, and you see that it's failing to stay above the 50% of the range, which is 0.007266. Okay. So yep, this is DeepSeek on the 30 minutes. It's diving into the imbalances, and that's why it's getting reflected now, and it's going to get pushed to the downside. It's going to take some while to stabilize a little bit, right? And then when you're going to see some consolidation, then things were going to be normalized, so to say. Then we're going to see another push to the upside. Okay. A big hype, a big release, that's what happened. It goes all the way up, and then a lot of people taking profits. It's getting pushed down, and then you're going to have the second bounce. This is what it usually does. You have a huge push to the up, and then people sell at the top, and when they're extremely happy, when they see that there's no other push higher, and then they start selling, and then it comes down. Then it's going to do another bounce because it's going to find liquidity over here, so it's going to push up, it's going to drive in within the imbalance, and then it's going to push down again, and then you're going to see a downtrend, okay, a triangle, and then later on it's going to consolidate, and then it's going to get ready for another push. So all these people now are taking profit. It's going to come down, it's going to neutralize in a while. It's going to take a couple days to neutralize, and then we're going to see another move up. And if people are going to be very bullish with this token, with this project, then you're going to see another push to the up. Otherwise, they're going to drop it, okay, and then it's go down to zero. Less likely, I believe, for the DeepSeek. I don't think it's going to die easily. It's another, AI. A lot of people doing comparison and say that it's faster, it's smarter. It cannot do, it cannot create images like ChatGPT does, the 4th version. But it's still faster. It can do codes, it can do previews and stuff like that. I've seen videos left, right, center talking about the differences. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see in the near future. Okay. Another Trump token here, decentralized chart. So the same approach. Grab the gangster fib, go all the way to the top, expand. And now it's trying to reclaim and hold above 28. Okay, so if I zoom from the 4 hours and go down to 30 minutes, let's have a look. Here we are. So he's trying to reclaim $28, and let's see if it's going to hold it. Okay. That again, it's the same principle. Okay, it's the same principle. All the tokens do exactly the same thing. It's going to get pushed to the up, then it comes down, finds liquidity, it's get pushed up, fill the imbalance, it's going to come down, it's going to bounce. Okay, it's like a bouncing ball. You throw a ball from the 5th floor, and then it goes down to the ground, yeah, and then after that it's going to go up to the 3rd floor, and then it's go down to the ground, and then it's going to go to the 1st floor, and then finally it's going to stay down into the ground. So this is exactly this charge what the represent. It goes up, comes down, and then they're going to neutralize. It's going to create a trend, and then you're going to see accumulation, and then the buyers, when they're going to be interested again, they're going to coordinate another move to the upside. Okay, so usually when it consolidates, you need to make sure that you find a consolidation, a range, and trying to enter as low as possible. Okay, for you to benefit the next move to the upside. If you're not comfortable doing so, what you can do is wait for the break of the range, okay, retest, make sure you stay above. All this resistance is acting now as a support, and then you can have a position there, especially when it's keep on breaking structure. It's giving you a new trend, and then follow the trend, okay? So now possibly, do we see a reversal? Possibly, right? This is a low, this is a high low. Could be another high low. We need to pay attention later and see, okay? Possibly we're witnessing reversal. So that's a low, that's your first high low, goes up, nice deep correction, goes up. So you have a high, that's for sure, comes down, you need to see a high low. When you get a second high low, okay, that will be your cheeky entry. Make sure you claim the 28 and it goes higher. Now, when is the right time for you to say that you see a continuation, and how do you classify this as a high low? Only when and if the price is going to break the previous highs. So when the price is going to reach 30, then you can classify this 28 as a low high, and that's why we call it a high low. And this is why we call it cheeky entry, because you're trying to enter before the confirmation, okay? And that's why you don't go heavy on these positions. You just want to make sure that you want to grab the 28 as an entry level, okay? So you may go in on 1x, for instance, right, and see if it's going to hold. If it's going to hold, that's fine. Then it goes higher, breaking structure, and then you can do, increase your position and maybe go 2x, okay? And then, when you reach this point, you're going to be, okay, now I have to wait. Either I'm going to take 80% out of the profits, okay? I'm going to leave like a 15% up. And then when I see that the price is going higher, I'm going to increase leverage to 3 and then dump all the profits back into the position. And then from 38 onwards, you're going to put all the money that you made, like position plus profits, you're going to put it back to increase your position and also increase the leverage from 2 to 3. And that, should compound and should move higher with more profits, okay, with higher rate of profits. This is the idea, okay. Also, keep in mind that you have a zone of 2 hours combined European session with American session. Do take advantage of that, okay. So let me go back to the charts. Let's have a look on Jupiter. So let's go to Jupiter. That's XDC while I'm here, and we see that it's on the move, okay. XDC again is on the move. It's breaking the trend. It claimed this level, the green line. On the previous live session, we were talking about the green line. If it holds above the green line, then it's good to go. Okay, so XDC is on the move. And then let's have a look on Jupiter. Right, let's zoom out a little bit very quickly. Let's go to a high time frame, find an impulse. I have a good impulse as the lowest points here, with the highest point here with a dip correction. So I feel happy about this. So here it is. Expand that to the right. Okay, here we are. Go down to 12 hours. And we see Jupiter now that it found a solid, let's say, ground like support. Yeah, it had a small deviation. It grabbed liquidity from the left, so liquidity is gone. It took all the liquidity from the left anyway, so we got new liquidity here, okay, and it's pushing upwards, okay. And as long as it's gonna hold above the red line, because this is a problem, you see, it went all the way up to 115 or almost 115, right, and it lost it. It came back. The red line was not holding as a support. This is the question here now, okay. It's pushing one more time. Look at this big wick, which means a lot of liquidity, lots of orders. It's coming down. That's why it's getting influence. It's going to get pushed down, and if it's going to get pushed down, we like to see that it stays above $1. If it stays above the $1, then if it's very bullish, which it looks like it's going to be bullish, right, this is your low, high lows. So it's looking to be bullish. It has a trend, okay. So go down to 90 minutes. You have a trend. Here it is. It's an uptrend, okay. So you want to see that it maintains but claims above levels. So you've got the double top now on a smaller time frame. You have a double top. It's going to come down. We need to see that it stays above the red line, okay. That's how the gangster view is going to help you observe. I mean, I'm going to leave that trend line there. So that trend line, let's say that we need to make sure that we don't lose the trend, okay. Here it is. We maintain the trend. We've got double top. It's going to get pushed down. We would like to see that it's going to hold above the red line and then push one more time, okay. That's the target. Right, I'm already half an hour past the hour. We've done a quick market overview. We've seen Bitcoin, we've seen dominance, we've seen Ethereum. Is there any other tokens that you would like to have a look and pay attention to it? You're more than welcome to throw on the chat, and I'm watching the chat, so go for it. You're more than welcome. By the way, for the people that are watching the stream, I'm going to do a market update daily, one in Greek, one in English. Maybe soon we may have a Russian version. I don't know. BTC 5 minutes. You want me to see BTC 5 minutes? Why do you want to see Bitcoin 5 minutes? We can. I mean, here it is. Here's Bitcoin on a 5 minute. You are struggling here with that level, Okay, so it's acting as resistance. You're above the range and you need to make sure that you stay above the green line. Okay, so you are technically in a range. Okay, if you are bullish for Bitcoin for the rest of the day, you would like to grab an entry, let's say above the green line. Okay, the bottom of the range. Now let me do a range. Let's do a rectangle here. Okay, so let's do this as a range and give that a range. Here we are. So for you to be bullish on Bitcoin, you can have a small entry here, right? But what you want to make sure that you stay above the 50% of the range. When you get, when Bitcoin's going to climb above the 50% of the range, that is bullish. It's telling you that it has a higher possibility that's going to target the top of the range, and possibly again, it tried once, tried twice, 3 times, possibly, the 4th time, 5th time, it's going to break out of the range. But it needs assistance. It needs assistance from the traders, institution to push Bitcoin up, and with the help of the DIX as well. I mean, I can bring the cash flow charts to see, what's going on, how DIX is doing. But yeah, I mean, if you let's say a bit scared because it's kind of a downtrend and you're not feeling comfortable for you to buy on the bottom of the range, that is fine. Just make sure that you go above the 50%, and then when it's creating a cluster, a small consolidation like this one here, and if you see a breakout, then you can have an entry, and then wait to add more when you're gonna break out and retest the top of the range, right? Because that was a fake out. It's trying to get out, but it's a resistance. Okay, so you have small deviations, but not strong enough. We are in a European session time-wise, so I don't know how strong that's going to be for the next hours. But let's be positive. Okay. In general, you are in an uptrend. Okay. In general, so on the 5 minute, because you are watching the 5 minutes, so you have a trend. Okay, and you are consolidating, you're going sideways, so this is kind of a pause. 2 things can happen. Okay, you're going up, consolidates, and then 2 things can happen. Either it's going to go higher, or it's going to consolidate and then drop. Okay, so you got 2 trend lines. You need to, you broke the first trend line. So if someone was doing, let's say, scalping, and he was going long, this is the time for him to get out. Why? It's going sideways. The price doesn't move higher, though it doesn't give him any more profits. So why risk it? So you get out. If you're not in a scalping, you are, let's say, intraday or day trading, you just wait to see that you may get a bounce from here. Okay, so small deviation and then turn around. Maybe, possibly. Okay, that is the strategy if you're using the trend lines. Okay, but if you're using horizontals and ranges, either you're gonna, buy the bottom of the range hoping to get out, but you need to have a stop loss somewhere down here, not too far away from your trigger. Okay, because you're expecting this green line to act as a support. If the price is gonna drop, then kill it, right? Kill the trade. And make sure you'll wait until the price is going to give you evidence that it wants to turn around. It's that simple. Okay, otherwise 50% a bullish sign, and then you're waiting to go to the top of the range, then you're trying to flip all this resistance, you're trying to flip it as support, and then you can target higher and eventually to the red line, which is 105.8. Okay, this is how we'll see Bitcoin on the 5 minutes. Right, you're more than welcome. Let's have a look on ADA. Let's have a look on ADA. Let's go to Jupiter and let's make that ADA USD. Another ISO token. Let's go to Coinbase or crypto. When you see the crypto version here, that doesn't mean it's under the crypto.com exchange. It's the crypto space on TradingView. Okay, so it's a generic crypto space chart. Okay, outside of the exchanges, because it's ADA against USD, so it is not exchange specific. So you're trying to see the chart without manipulation from the exchanges, right? So you're trying to get, let's say, remember back in the school when I used to say that all the exchanges get the prices from third party? So this is the price from third party, okay, before the exchange. So ADA, again, go to the weekly, right? Find an impulse with a decent correction. The last impulse is good. It has a nice, good, deep correction. Why not? You can use it. Take the bottom of the range, go to the top. You can use that one as well. It's fine because it's consolidation, right? It goes sideways, a flat line. That's the lowest. Okay, it's fine. It's no problem. You can include that and push to the right a little bit. Lock it. Come down to the time frame that you're interested, 3 hours, 6 hours, it doesn't matter. And this is what you have ADA. In general, ADA, you see that it pushes all the way up, okay, and then comes down to that 50%. What you want to make sure that you stay above. Now, on the smaller time frame is in the downtrend. Everyone dived yesterday. Okay, so now it's trying to claim 0.93. Okay, so you want to make sure that you see these 0.93 as a support. Okay, if you see this as a support, then maybe if Bitcoin's going to move, then majority of the times the alts, they're going to follow, the miners are going to follow the majors. If Bitcoin's going up, Ethereum's going up, then generally all the miners will follow. So you have that deviation, okay, it cleared all that liquidity, it's done, that liquidity pool is cleared, okay, nothing left from left, recent left, okay. The next zones are down here, okay, so you have liquidity down here and you have some liquidity down here, okay. So all these zones here, we've got liquidity. Is it, is it acting as a magnet? Of course, it's still in a downtrend. It's, it's giving you all these highs as lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. All the lows are low. So you're still in a downtrend. There is a possibility that it may dive into the previous liquidity. It can do. But if you see that it's trying to, this is the latest, like today, this morning, is trying to claim and stay above. So that may be delayed. Okay, that option to come down to that red 50%, maybe it's going to be delayed, and maybe it wants to turn around here and try to grab these liquidities. Okay, so this is your plan A, plan B. Okay, this is a downtrend. I'm acting this trend line as resistance. Okay, but I would like to take notice of this movement that may be possible it wants to turn around. Maybe. Okay, I'm not trying to guess the reversal point, but what I'm saying is it's trying to claim. Is it strong enough to hold it, or it's going to be a case of another low high, and then it's going to go to create a low, dive inside to the liquidity, some deviation, and then we move from the 50s. Because after that liquidity grab, then usually we're going to have a big spring. Okay, so ADA, just wait. Okay, wait. Are you going to hold the 0.93, or are you going all the way down to 80 and then you're going to spring load? Okay, still in a downtrend. Okay, but these red line, you can see that it's holding quite strong as a support. Okay, that was resistance, support. Okay, so maybe it's going to come and be another support again and go higher. Otherwise, if you lose that, kiss it goodnight. It's still going down. Okay. This is how simple, quick you're going to see things. Another token. Let's bring the bubbles. Let's bring the bubbles and see if the bubbles have something to say. What do you have to say on the top 100? So let's have a look. Who's moving? Or who's diving a lot? Penguin is diving. Hype. Let's have a look on the hype. Yeah, why not? Let's have a look on hype. I believe I have hype here, so let's bring hype here. We got the chart on the hype. Here we are. Let me expand the lines a little bit further to the right. Here we go. Dive and claim the 22, the red line. You can see that the red lines are always significant lines. Okay, resistance. It's like a rejection point. Okay, so you have a big rejection point. So that was support, resistance, trying to fight here, support and resistance. So now this is the time that you want to see that it's accumulating and it's time to move. Okay, so if that was a range, okay, there you have it. Okay, you have a big range. That was a downtrend. It pushes all the way down, goes up. You can include that as well. Comes down, pushing up, some deviation, common resistance. You are on the top of the range. So hype now for this current timing. What we would like to see, you would like to see that it stays above. If you're happy to enter here now because it's above the red line, it's a bit risky. Okay, it's not a cheeky one, it's a risky one. Okay, if it comes to the red line and stays above, that is good sign, no problem. If it's going to break above the range and then move to the upside, that is another good area. I mean, let's go down to 90 minutes and here's your range. Okay, are we above the 50% of the range? Yes, we are. Okay, look previously how the price action is respecting and reacting to these 50% levels. Okay, deviation comes up, rejection, lost it, rejection. Okay, so you have rejection on both sides as a resistance and as a support. Okay, so that 50% of the range is significant level. Okay, and that 50 was very close to my range 50%. And what do I have now? I have hype going above the 50% of the range and above the 50% of my big range. So now I'm attacking the top side of the range. That's why I say always that if you see price action going above the 50%, there is a high chance that's going to hit the top of the range. And people that are trading the range on the smaller time frames, now they're taking TPs. So that's why I'm telling you it is not the right time for you to enter. It's a risky moment now. Why? Because lots of people are taking profits. Okay, it's not a good thing for you to enter now and then the price is going to drop. You're going to be immediately in the red and the negative. It's not going to be fun. Okay, so make sure that you stay above and you have lots of liquidity up here, so that these areas are acting as a magnet. Okay, so if you see hype coming up claiming taking liquidity and stay above 25, in general you have a new trend. Okay, right, for the new people, you have still time. You've got some free time to get into the Discord. Okay, Discord for the time being is going to be free. In a couple months, it's not going to be free. It's going to be locked down and it's going to be subscription based. Okay, and I'm telling you from now, it's not going to be cheap. It's going to be expensive. Okay, and inside the Discord, we creating a community. We have two communities. We got the English speaking community, then we have the Greek community, Greek speakers. And then we're trying to build the Russian as well. So if we've got Russians in, friends, they're more than welcome to come in and they have their own section. And speaking of which, let me demonstrate a little bit here, show you a little bit, what's going on. So this is the CIA. If you go down to the video description, you're going to find the links. Go to the links and you're going to find the CIA. Here is the English-speaking community. Here we have the English-speaking community, right? We're speaking in Greek, and also we have the Russian-speaking community, right? It's brand new. It's here. You're more than welcome to come and join us. We got charts, okay? And this is supposed to be a chart channel, guys, not chatting. You forgot the R. It's charts. We print charts here. Okay, but my boys here, and girls are having fun. They're talking here. That's no problem. It's fine. But usually the charts are for charts. We're printing charts here for everyone to see and follow. We got the results. Okay, so we print results. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a green and red. We don't care. We got lots and lots of results. For people to see what's going on. We got plenty of them. Okay, you're more than welcome to come and see them. We got tools. I post now and then, like lately what I've done here, I've got some, trading rules that you need to have, like a guidance, like have one mentor. It doesn't mean that you need to have me. It means that you need to have one source of information. You can't have multiple sources because you're going to get a bit, confused. So it doesn't matter which one that is. Make sure that you follow one lead, okay? Until you get comfortable, until you know what you're doing. Start small. Another rule, right? If you're a beginner, especially for beginners, start small, right? Learn how to do things before you're gonna, dive into the deep waters. Tip your toes before you're gonna dive in. Okay, and see, is the water hot or cold before you dive in? Because if the water is boiling and you dive in, it's too late. You're gonna get burned, right? So be careful. Tap your toes in. Have a plan. Every time, have a plan. Make sure you enter. So we're giving this out. Okay, we've got a nice community. You're more than welcome to come and join us. Now that is free, because in a couple of months it's going to be locked down. Right. And that Discord is going to be not only for trading. Okay, it's going to be. We're going to have a psychology section for people to help people with emotions, how to deal with trading. We're going to have a healthy, let's say, section. We're going to talk about, fitness, nutrition, the good stuff that the body needs, and, the good stuff that not a lot of people are talking about. Okay, we trying to stay away from medicine and stuff like that. So we try to stay healthy with good nutrition and good vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. Make sure that we help our bodies before we get into a point that we need medical assistance, right? So we're going to have an investment section. Later on, we're going to add some real estate. We're going to have other kind of investments. So we are creating a network. Okay, now it's a community, but later it's going to be like a network. So if someone needs something another type of investment, and we have people into that kind of field, then you may find some help, right, and some guidance. So yeah, good things are going to come, but it's going to take some time. I just kind of I'm stepping down, let's say, from the crypto school family and the war room. I'm not going to leave war room, but I'm going to spend more time on the CIA. So that's why I do the daily lives. I'm doing the market updates. You're more than welcome. Thank you very much. That's good to hear. The way I approach the trading. I mean, we need to keep things very, very simple. Okay, can we do virtual? Yes, of course we can do virtual. Of course we can. Let's go back to YouTube layout and let's do virtual. Of course. Guys, I mean, I'm trying to keep things, I've been, investing a lot of time on myself, to find the simple way to trade. Okay, because lots of people are trying to make it over complicated to look that they know what they're talking about and they're looking advanced, which is good. I mean, a very good analyst is Kyle. I love Kyle. Okay, his TA is beyond this earth. Okay, but if someone is very new, he's gonna get lost. Okay, so that's why he created the Whale School, and you're more than welcome to go and join it. It's free. Okay, and the Whale School, it's gonna help you to see things the way Kyle sees. I don't have really that different approach, but I made it as simple as possible to help the newbies and the new traders, and even not only the new traders, but also the traders that are having a hard time with TA. So I'm trying to find something that is very, very simple, practical, fast. Because I used to do various types of TA. I've done microstructure, I've done smart money, I've done ITC, which is all in combination, but ITC was strictly on Forex. Smart money, they're trying to simplify ITC, okay? But smart money, again, it was based on currency on Forex. And in crypto, you have to do some variations. And I found my own variations that you need to bend a little bit of the rules of Forex, because crypto is more volatile. And I spend if I want to do a TA on a chart, I need to spend more than half an hour to do the TA on the smart money concept, okay? Which again, is a great concept, it works, but it takes a lot of time. And I said, no, I need to find something that's going to be faster, more, easy for people. So I came up with the gangster fib, okay? And I've said in my previous videos, what the gangster fib is I mean, I'm trying to crack down the algorithm because 85%, even more, but let's say 85% of the market's been driven by algos and computers, right? And we have a small percentage of other factors that human can influence the prices. They're creating the news, okay, in order to create volatility. This is how I see the news. That's why I don't trade the news. I go reverse. I say if the news is going to come out for this XYZ reason, that is going to create panic, then it's going to dive, okay? So I'm not selling. What I'm doing, I buy after the FOMO. I'm doing reverse, okay? I'm doing reversal engineer. So the gangster fib, what it does is trying to crack down the algorithm. I cannot break the algorithm as a code, okay? I have no access to the code. I'm not very good with the coding anyway, so I can't crack the code that runs behind virtual. And it's not the same algo that runs on Bitcoin. It's not the same with ETH. So every chart has its own algo. So it's quite impossible for you to crack down by coding, okay? That's a lot of people that are trying to do with bots and AI and stuff like that. Fine, let them do it, okay? I'm not good at it. So I need to find a different way to crack down the code. So I said, okay, what if I can break down the frequency? So I see the waves as frequency, okay? As audio guy, I'm a technical guy. So I'm an audio engineer, so on the background. So I'm an engineer and I say, okay, I see waves, right? So I see waves. I see something like this. And I say, okay, if I make this horizontal, then I got what? I got waves go up and down, so I got frequency. I said, okay, what if I can break half a cycle? So what if I can break this to this? So I take the top and the bottom. And if I take this, then I can break them into zones, which is what? What do you have in the frequency? Harmonies, right? You got resonance, vibrations, and like, okay, I'm gonna approach this the same way. So what I've done, I took the very bottom to the very top, go to a smaller time frame for me to see the frequencies. Okay, so that way, to my eyes, okay, I found that if I do this, then I found that I crack visually the frequencies. And I'm like, okay, what do I see here? Right? And I'm like, nice. Okay, this is what I see. This is what I see. This is generally what I see. A deviation, but it came back, reclaim, rejection to this level. Remember, I marked this top with this very bottom over here, right? And look what happens after the very top. You see that the chart is, the price action is respecting my lines. And I say, okay, shit, I cracked the code. I cracked the frequency. So that's, simple, easy, fast, clean. What else do you need? And with these lines, you know where you are having your trigger, your validation point, and when is your next target. 80% of the people that they're trading, they don't know when to exit because they spend a lot of time how to enter. That's what, they spend a lot of time how to enter into a trade. Is it a good time for me to enter now? And what do I need to see? Oh, support resistance, the supply and demand, whatever you want to call it, okay? Liquidity pools. They're trying to learn when to enter. And once they enter, they spend a lot of time for them to learn how to enter, but once they enter, now they're watching the screen and say, I think it's going to go up. Yeah, I'm waiting, and I'll get out when I see that the trend's going to die and they're going to run out of steam. And then when I see things going down, then I'll wait for the trend line. It's going to get broken. No, you don't need to wait for the trend line to get broken. Okay, look the difference. Is it better for you to get out here, or at least here, or do you want to get out here? And a lot of people, when it's coming down, they're waiting for the retest. And then it goes up. Here's a retest hours later, or even days later, weeks later, and it's already too late. You lost all the profit, you're going to get panicked. I'd rather get out here, if not here. So, yep. So that's why this is how I came up with the gangster fib. The gangster fib, the original tool that I used, it was the GAN box. Okay, I'll show you. It's under the family of the Fibonacci. It's called the Gann box. So here's my Gann box. Okay, and when I let me show you, right, how everything was born. I use, let me go to default. That is the Gann box. Default settings of Gann box. That was it. And then I was looking at the boxes. I said, what do they have in there? And they have 0, 38, which is a Fibonacci sequence, 618, which is another sequence of Fibonacci, 1, obviously, the top and the bottom, 0 and 1. And then they have 25, 575. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I like that, 25, 575. Okay, so I said, okay, let me clean this. I don't need time. Okay, so I don't need verticals, I need horizontals. Okay, cool. So I'll delete everything, remove the background, remove the labels for the time being, or you can have a right labels. Here it is. And then I said, okay, what if I'm gonna take out the Fibonacci sequence? I'm gonna keep 0, 25, 5, 75, and 1, and then I have 4 zones. And I'm like, yep, I like that. Okay, I'm going to correct the frequency like this. And then I was using the Gann box. And I used to call it, this is the Gann box, guys, this is the Gann box. But I removed the Fibonacci sequence from it. So it's not a Fibonacci tool anymore because I'm not using the Fibonacci sequence. I'm using the quarters, the 25%. Okay. And then later, I was running out, the price action was going like this, right? It was going higher. And I'm like, what am I going to do now? I mean, what next? And then I was trying to clone it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to put this on the top of that. And, it was still working, but it wasn't looking that professional. It wasn't that clean. It wasn't, it takes a lot of time. I said, no, I need to find something else. And then I said, okay, what if I'm going to go back to Fibonacci and then, put all my numbers inside the Fibonacci. So I created templates. Okay, so if I give you Gangster Fib 8 with full extensions, technically what I've done, I've regenerated the same sequence over and over again. So now my Gangster Fib is like having 3 Gann boxes in one top of each other with one tool. And then I have templates and I can enable as many lines I like. So I can have 4, which is the quarters, the original. Then the division between the quarters, another trick of mine. So I said, what if I can break down the 25 zone into half? So I got each zone is 12 and a half, right? And then later on, I said, okay, I would like to have some extensions. Okay, 25% above, 25 below. And then I have extension 2. It goes one way, full of lines, and then extension 3 is like the third level. So you got 100%, 200%, 300%. One tool. And once you crack the code, okay, you do not need to redo it. It's there, it's done, it's finished. It can stay there for the next year. The same thing. All you have to do when the price action is moving, all you have to do is just enable the extensions and go extension 2. If you want to go higher on the other side, no problem, double click, go to reverse option, and here you have it, it goes above. And if price action goes further from extension 2, no problem, just enable extension 3. And here you have it, again, reverse, and here you have it. Okay, and it goes all the way up to $14. Okay, and you don't need to redo it, it's just fine. So you see, I found a tool and a strategy and a method for you to do TA very clean, quickly, and then it stays. And I'll prove it to you. I have a template here, it's called Arrow. Okay, you see, this Gangster Fib is been there for ages. Okay, I took the previous impulse, the very top to the very bottom. That, it was back in July 2024. Since then it's here. It goes nowhere. All I have to do is just make sure that I extend the lines. I make it bigger. That's all I do. Every now and then, all I do, I just drag it. That's all. And look how the price action is respecting these levels. What else do you need? What else do you need? I need nothing. Okay. So that's it. I mean, I can go to another one. I'll give you another example. AVAX. Let's have a look on AVAX. AVAX, you see? I also had big levels and also I had big zones, right? Big distances. I mean, let me go to the weekly and see AVAX. Here's AVAX. And what I've done, I cracked down the last bear market, the very top of the bull market to the very bottom of the bear market. So I took all these impulse and broke them down. Okay, and because the gap was too big, what I've done, I created another gangster fib, okay, within the zone. This is what I've done. This is the big zone, that's a smaller one. So all I have to do is just expand to the right, okay, take the small one, double click on the small one, expand the right one, and here you have it. It's telling you the numbers, it's giving you the prices, everything. All you have to do is extend and just observe. Are you losing levels? It's going down. Is it claiming levels? It's going up. What else do you need? Okay. So yeah, CIA is my own Discord. Go down to the video description. You're going to see a link, which is all my official accounts. You will never get any private messages from me. You will never get any invitations. You will not get any special group of people that they doing different things on different exchanges. No, the closest you are with me is these lives and inside Discord. Okay, inside Discord you are the closest as ever with me. Okay, you are almost up personal with me. Almost. All right, we're trying to keep personal stuff out of the Discord, but what I'm saying is you're going to be as close to me there, because we're going to do Zooms inside the Discord, that we're going to do live trading. Okay, here we're not doing trading, we're doing market update, but inside Discord we're doing live trading. So we're going to go all together and trade together, have fun. This is the closest you can come with me. Okay, so you don't accept any DMs, any funny invitations, any funny movements, like going to another place, another website, another exchange, and we're going to do these, and we have this secret round table with knights and candles and God knows vampires. No, we don't do this. Right, okay. What frame should I do a gangster fib for the 5-minute trading? Okay, scalping. You know, if you're scalping within the day, then you can go, instead of impulse, if you don't like impulses, okay, then grab the previous day or previous week. Go to the previous day daily candle, break that daily candle down. If you want a wider range, go to the previous weekly candle, not the current week, the previous weekly candle, break that weekly candle down. Okay, and then go back to your 5 minutes and you have your zones. For this example, let me do an example. Let me go to the Zoom. Let's bring AVAX here. Just out of curiosity, USD, Coinbase, even better. All right. So let's say that you want to trade now. Okay. So what are you going to do? Two options. Either you're going to go down to the daily, or you're going to go to the weekly. So let's take the weekly example. So what I'm doing, weekly candle. Okay, this is the current candle. I have to ignore it. I need to go to the previous candle. Okay, so here's my previous candle. Break it down. Okay, expand to the left, expand both sides, both left and right. Okay, you have all the extensions above and below. It's fine. Okay, lock it. Make sure it doesn't move, doesn't drift accidentally, and then go down to your 5 minutes. And here's your 5 minutes. Okay, you have your levels. What do you have right now? You have a range. Okay, so what I see, a range, and that's it. How long did it take me? A minute. Right? So it's up to you, bro. If you want to take the previous day, so technically you are, you have multiple approaches. You can trade, you can break down the previous daily candle. You can do that. You can break the previous weekly candle, as I did. You can do that. You can break down the Monday range. Remember the beginning of the week? You don't take the whole week, but you take the Monday range. It's up to you how fast you want to trade. 5 minute, 1 minute scalping, intra trading is up to you. But this is how you break the levels. Okay? Right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a great time today. I've just been over an hour. Please come and find us, in the Discord if you like. It's going to be free. And I'll see you all tomorrow. We're going to have the next market update. Okay. And we're going to do this every day, Monday to Friday. Okay. Which is going to be 9 o'clock London time. Okay. So all my people are going to be awake. And if you join us on the Discord, then we're going to do more lives inside the Discord. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. I shall see you all tomorrow. Have fun.